First up, we meet artist Stephanie Cole, and it's fair to say she never expected to be met. A lifelong artist now in her 70s, she never intended to show her work publicly. But now that museums, including the Fuller Craft Museum, have taken notice, well, that ship has sailed. When it comes to the artwork of Stephanie Cole, here you will find her life in pieces.
I found that building things and making things was what was really I was meant to do.
Within these wooden frames are bits of everything the artist has been collecting for more than 70 years. Shards and shells, windows and words. Even Cole's DNA is embedded within these assemblages.
Yes! Are you thinking of the Royal Reliquary window? Probably in other places, too. I think there's some of my hair in the getting there.
Temples to the artist's tenacity, these sculptures now on view at the Fuller Craft Museum represent how Cole has looked at herself, her grief, and the world. From the pain of losing a beloved cat to the euphoria of turning 60.
The one thing that is more joy than anything else is my self-portrait, Domestic Goddess. It was supposed to be self-portrait at age 60, but there were so many things going on, it wasn't done until age 63. But it's called Domestic Goddess because I was really happy with everything that I had accomplished.
An artist for as long as she can recall, and well documented here when she was 4, Cole first learned from her artist father, then at art school. She later became an art teacher, raised a family, and with her husband, restored an antique home where she's excavated many an artifact now found in her work. And it's here where she's had the luxury of working in a filled-to-the-brim studio, only since she was in her 60s.
You just get deep into it. And I've had to learn to be able to portion it out because I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. There are still responsibilities. That's my first priority, but I'm able to do it in bits and pieces, and I'll tell them I'm going out in the studio, and they're pretty good about letting me be.
To hear about an artist that was only creating for herself, to make sense of the world around her, to chart her own history, is really compelling to me.
Elements of the show bring us deep into Cole's life and emotions. We find a radiant rendering of her husband Jim, or my golden man, as she crowns him, and a frank assessment of her own aging. The work is so personal, Cole never intended to sell or even really share it, until curators like Beth McLaughlin took notice.
She has this very deep understanding of objects and this very intuitive connection to material culture, and she has a respect for the histories of these objects and for the embedded stories that come with them to her.
It was Cole's daughters who urged her to put the work out in the world. Art is the family business, by the way. Her daughter Paula Cole is the Grammy-winning singer-songwriter and a chief champion. For Stephanie Cole, seeing her work in a museum leaves the artist both delighted and slightly perplexed.
How do you go from being private to a museum? That takes chutzpah, doesn't it? So it was my daughter's chutzpah, not mine.
And how do you feel about them being out now?
I love it. I love it. And what I love especially is people's reaction to it. That's what I love.
Both Cole and McLaughlin say women in particular are drawn to her work, finding pieces of themselves among hers.
I see an artist who is juggling the demands of family. She also has very overtly feminist work, such as Don't Wake the Tiger, which is a gorgeous mosaic piece that was created after the 2016 election that is speaking directly to the oppression of women and how we do need to rise up and to fight for equality.
It's mostly women that talk to me about their feelings about it. They've said things like, I feel brave now. I think I'm going to do things that I have not allowed myself to do. Or they identify with moments of grief or joy or materials lying around, because a lot of people collect things.
Because we are the sum of our parts or pieces.